Good morning, staff and students at Aldersley High School. It's Friday the 26th of June. This is Mrs Davies speaking, and it's my assembly today. So we'll start with a little reflection on yesterday's challenges from Miss Butler, and she suggested we went on a tour of the 7 wonders of the world, virtually of course, test your travel knowledge and create a wonderful mood board to show the places in the world that you'd most like to go. What a great geography activity that was, Miss Butler. Thank you for that. So the topic for my assembly today is the media and how does it influence us. And as you can see from this slide, there might be all sorts of programmes that you've engaged with on the television this morning, and that's just only one part of the media. So the media is a huge, powerful force in our lives today. And it involves, of course, the broadcast media that we've just talked about, so TV and radio, as well as print media, books, magazines, journals, where we get a bulk of our information from. But more recently, we've had the invention of social media, platforms which allow us as consumers to give our opinion as well as receive that information in the first place. And that means that the influence of the media can have an important impact upon our lives because we shape our identities from the things that we see, we read, we hear. We may vote a certain way. We might have individual views or beliefs which are skewed by the sorts of things that we access and look at, both from the broadcast media, the print media, and the social media. So here's some questions to start us thinking about how the media influences you. How much you know about current affairs? Where do you get your information from? Does it help you to form your opinions? Does it influence your taste in music, fashion? How does it shape your views about different social groups? And does it have a significant effect on your beliefs and values, your sense of identity, and your choice of what to buy? So one of the things that the media does provide is greater choice for consumers. So we can decide what to watch from a whole range of channels. We can watch movies and television from all over the world, and we can have access to different companies and to different products from faraway places. And their influence is now very heavily recognised right the way across the world. So it really is a global choice. What's interesting is that advertising is still really powerful, and the picture that I've popped on there, which has childhood obesity being flagged as a key issue with the McDonald's not so healthy eating message underneath, is one that's quite interesting and provides us with a good illustration of the fact that when we use the media, we have an opportunity to form an opinion about it and to decide what things we want to take in and what things we want to move forwards with. Children's use of the media has increased, and as you can see from the report on the left-hand side there, even our youngest of children are online for a long time, may have a social media account, play computer games, and are using lots of different platforms to connect with others. And use by teenagers in terms of social media sites, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, WhatsApp being at the top end of those. And I'm sure at the moment there's been quite an increase in 2020 in TikTok through the dance activities that many of you have got involved in. So I want us to consider today how the media influences teenagers, because teenagers are very smart consumers of media messages. They're not necessarily taking into their brains just what they're being told, but like to explore some of the ideas there. And some media companies actually target children and teenagers to increase their brand consciousness, to perhaps suggest that they might buy it, to present images of young people in a particular way to encourage commercialism for them. Media influence can also be indirect, so it might be watching of the different programs or video games or song lyrics, which might suggest to teenagers that certain ways of behaving and looking are normal. So the good news is that social media can have a really positive influence on teenage behaviour and attitudes through perhaps encouraging you to become citizens within your own communities, being aware of political issues, so raising that information, also picking up tips about your own health and promoting positive lifestyle, the wellbeing apps that we've been using through the Action for Happiness work that we've been doing, a part of that, and also good quality stories in TVs, shows and movies can help teenagers explore aspects of their own identity too. The bad news, however, is that sometimes the media can portray unrealistic images and can give a negative or an unhealthy influence on teenage behaviour. So body image in particular, thinking about what the ideal boy or girl might look like, can have an impact on your own body image, and you can be influenced in terms of choices that you make that are portrayed as normal or cool or grown up, which might have a negative impact on your own health. Citizenship, of course, there's a lot of talk about fake news and how the information that we look at in the media should be taken very carefully and critically, and that's what I want us to think about next. So I'd like to encourage you to be a critical user of the media, asking questions about the information, the posts on social media perhaps. Who's behind them? Why have they put it on? What do they want from you? Does it make you feel a particular way, and do they want you to feel that way? It could be that those people influence you particularly because you look up to them. They are what is called in the two-step flow model your opinion leader, and might then shape the ideas and the opinions that you have. So when you're looking at the adverts in between the programs that you're watching, think about, does the advert link a product with a particular kind of lifestyle? How does that make you feel? What messages does it send to you about what girls, boys, women, men should look like, wear, do, eat and drink? Have a questioning, open thought about what's being advertised and why. The celebrity culture we've got today. Consider why you like those people. Is how they present themselves realistic? Are they like that in real life? And what values have they got? And how does that person make you feel about yourself? To consider what you think. So today's challenge is from me. I want you really to choose something new today to watch, something you've never really thought of having a look at, and apply those critical user questions to what you see, hear or read. My second challenge is to create a poster all about you and how the media influences you. What celebrities do you like? What fashion do you follow? Is there an influencer that you follow? How has the media shaped your identity? And finally, we know that your use of media is great and we'd love to see more of it. So if you create a TikTok dance, you can upload it to the TikTok account at Aldersley Dance, or some fabulous work to promote our terrific teenagers of today, could you post it on at Aldersley High School? Final reminder then, we're in joyful June. Today's the 26th. So we want you to see the upside in a difficult situation that you've learned from. It may well be that you reflect on something you've heard today and that you use some of the information researched using the media to help you to learn from and move forwards. And last but not least, if you need any support today, please email your heads of year and they'll be happy to help you. So keep calm, stay safe online, enjoy your use of the media, but be critical about what you see, hear and read.